Hello there, and in this video we're just going to look at some basic techniques for accomplishing some of your shots using some basic kitchen utensils, some food groups, and just some out-the-box thinking, and basically using your kitchen as a home studio. Now the first thing to do is to prep your area, thoroughly clean it, spend the time making sure there's no distractions in the background or things that are going to reflect off your shots. Make sure that you are wiping down the surfaces so you're not getting things like smears or stains or just anything in the background that you're going to think, oh, I might have to Photoshop that out later, because you don't want to be doing any of that. Try and get it right in camera and save yourself that time and effort, and instead just concentrate on your creativity. I'm going to start with a shot of some red onions, and we're going to prepare them up, just chop them up there. And we've gone with the red because of the red skin on the onions, because in the cupboard we had some yellow food dye. Of course, I'm saying we as if me and David are living together and this is our kitchen. This isn't. This is the student kitchen in the Life Science building. But we've just commandeered it here for this little practical video. So we're just running some water here and popping in some yellow dye to contrast against the redness of the onion skin that's on there, so we can create our colour, our shape and our texture shot as well. So we've just poured that into some water and just going to let it settle. We're then taking some clear plastic, some clear acetate, and we're just going to line the onions up over the top. Just laying them out in a shape. We're going for quite a close-up macro shot here, and we're not looking to necessarily do anything symmetrical, but maybe just pop them in a pleasing way so that we can get things like those the ring shapes, but also that we can get color contrast going on, and we can also get a bit of texture. So we're going to have options for our image here. You'll notice that the we used hot water, unfortunately, so the back of the plastic's gone a bit misty. So something to think about, just to maybe let the water settle a bit longer or clean it off. In this instance, it did help just blur that background a little bit, but if you're looking for a nice clean background for the light to come through, then that's what we would recommend. Explore your angles, explore what looks good, what sort of thing you're going to get. You might have to think slightly outside the box like we did here, and we clamped the camera to the tap head so that we could swing that around and it'd be right above the shot as we want, so we could get a top-down shot as well. And the other thing you're going to need is a torch. And from here you can just start experimenting. I mean, if you've got different food colorings, it's quite good, because you can obviously just drain the sink, fill it up with fresh water, and add a different color in and get a couple of different options going here. But this is what we achieve with a bit of torchlight, a slower shutter speed, and an aperture that allowed us to capture that texture and detail. One thing that's always very popular especially in food photography, are the sort of wooden backgrounds and wooden stages, and a couple of chopping boards or breadboards are always handy, because they've got a lovely wooden colour and effect and texture that you can use to put your subject matter on. And you don't necessarily need large background objects either. We've got two standard bread chopping boards here, and due to the angle and the level that we'll be photographing it, we can make them look like they are one piece and not two separate pieces of wood. And even if you've just got a really cool countertop, I mean, the grey that you can see there would have made a cool background as well. Depending on what you've got marble or moto effect. Again, just look at what it is that you've got to hand to create your images with. And here we're just lining up the shot and making sure that you can't see that it's two separate pieces of wood, and we're just getting the distance right as well. And set your camera up, get the angle, and then for this next shot we're going to be breaking the light up. So we're using this sort of a colander here with the holes in it, just to let certain bits of light through but not let lots of light flood through. Having a little practice shot to see how the light would fall, and then we've turned the lights out, dimmed it down as low as we can, put a shutter speed down of a couple of seconds, and we're just literally painting the light in. So just, and when we're saying painting, actually taking almost like brush-like movements to paint the light in, not just keeping it steady, but just letting it fall over in slow motions there, and you get something again that creates quite a painterly effect, still life effect. And finally, here you can use water to your advantage. Use things like the taps. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start putting down vegetables and the things like carrots, just raw vegetables, not prepped in any way. But we're looking at things that are of different colours, bringing different colours into the shot as well. But we've placed them right underneath the tap so that we can introduce another effect, which is the slow shutter and have movement coming through it as well. So you could either set something up that just concentrates on the colour of the vegetables and fruits that you might have to hand. This is something you can be quite experimental with, or you can use them as a basis for a different shot, which you'll see here in a second, where we're just going to run some water over the top of them. And just layering up. Again, not doing anything sort of symmetrical, trying to keep some sort of natural shape to it. And again, bringing in our background block there instead of the messiness of the countertop. I'm going to run some water over it, and again, we're trying things like running the water through a sieve to see how that pours over the top. If that's not working so well, then doing things like increasing the tap velocity, or even, turning it up a lot higher, running the water over it, or even putting your thumb underneath it to get a spray effect, so that in the end you achieve a shot where the water can look, slightly misty over the top of it, and then you can have this type of abstract of colour shape with this water movement blowing through it. So just a few ideas there to think about what you could be doing whilst at home using the home studio, things that you've got to hand to create images. Good luck.